Hey guys, LevelCap here. Every year in January, CES Consumer Electronics Show kicks off in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is where all the big tech companies get together, show off their cool technology, and what they're working on or releasing later that year. The products revealed at CES are often exciting but rarely realistic. Flying cars, TVs that cost more than a used car, Alexa-enabled toilets, and more useless tech gadgets that no one asked for often dominate the CES headlines. This year, however, it seems like some companies finally got the memo and showcased products that people actually want. First up is Nvidia. They partnered with Asus to create the world's first 360Hz refresh rate monitor. Called the ROG Republic of Gamers Swift 360, it's a 24.5-inch 1080p panel. Competitive PC gamers are probably used to 144Hz and even 240Hz displays. These higher refresh rate panels give you a significant advantage over 60Hz displays for several reasons. Faster refresh rate means images are updated more consistently, giving you the ability to react a little bit faster than players without them. It smooths out motion, allows you to pick up a lot of finer detail and stuff like that when moving around quickly. Now, for sure, you start to see diminishing returns the higher and higher you get with refresh rate, like many things in life. The same thing could be said for high-end audio equipment. The difference in perceived fidelity is going to be less and less the more high-end your system gets, but that doesn't mean that people don't want to try higher refresh rates regardless. We still haven't really found the hard limit on what the human eye can perceive. So while the jump in smoothness from 144Hz to 240Hz to 360Hz isn't going to be necessarily night and day, reviewers that have seen the monitor in person are saying that there's still a noticeable difference. The general consensus is text and other fine details are easier to read while in motion on the Swift 360 compared to even a 240Hz monitor. For the average person, that's probably not a big deal. But gamers invested in high refresh rate monitors, it raises the bar just a little bit higher. The Swift 360 also supports Nvidia's variable refresh rate technology, G-Sync. So on top of an insane refresh rate, the monitor can also provide a tear-free experience. Pricing, release date, and exact specs for the monitor have not yet been announced, but it's likely to fall in line of the $500 to $600 price range. Right now, you can get some really nice 240Hz monitors for around $600. If 240Hz monitors are no longer the highest refresh rate you can buy, will they still command the price premium? One thing is certain though, the race for higher refresh rates is just getting started. Next up is another exciting PC product that might interest people who want a more plug-and-play experience. Intel revealed their next generation NUC, called Ghost Canyon. It's a modular mini PC that uses a PCI daughter board to enable the use of a discrete graphics card. Basically, it's a complete PC that you can slot a proper GPU into and play modern games on. Even without a discrete GPU, it's packing some pretty respectable hardware. The base model sports a Core i5 CPU for $1,050, a Core i7 model will run you $1,250, and the top-end model has a Core i9 CPU for $1,700. What makes the Ghost Canyon a big deal? Well, for starters, it's an incredibly small form factor PC that can still be used as a regular desktop. It packs enough performance to handle all the demanding workloads you'd expect a modern PC to breeze through. And it's priced low enough to be an alternative to building your own PC. When you throw in the fact that it supports regular GPUs, you're essentially looking at a $1,500 plug-and-play PC that will run games just as well as a comparably priced custom-built PC. Ghost Canyon is swinging the doors wide open for newcomers to the PC hardware market, and the case manufacturers are already rolling out support for it. Multiple brands like Razer, Cooler Master will offer small cases with built-in power supplies to support the Ghost Canyon NUC and GPU. Ghost Canyon is currently available for order directly from Intel. Razer and Cooler Master's complete system/cases will be out later this year. Exact pricing, again, will come down to how you configure your system. Dell also came out swinging with their own small form factor PC, but this takes that phrase to a whole new level. Called Project UFO, it's an all-in-one PC that mirrors the design of, say, a Nintendo Switch. It runs on a 10th generation Intel processor with integrated graphics and was demoed running Rocket League and Mortal Kombat 11 without issue. Like the Switch, the UFO's controllers can be removed from either side of the screen and connected to a more traditional controller. The potential for the UFO to support a mouse and keyboard seems pretty realistic. So not only could it be a very solid gaming on the go device, but it could also double as a light-duty productivity PC. Unfortunately, the UFO is just a prototype. Given it's branded as an Alienware product, it probably won't be cheap if it ever comes out at all. That said, there's clearly something special and practical about the UFO. One of the major drawbacks of PC gaming on the go is that you're stuck with a laptop. Cell phones still account for the vast majority of mobile gaming done around the world. And while cell phone hardware is constantly improving and coming a long way, there's still nothing better than some dedicated hardware specifically intended for gaming. The UFO could kickstart a wave of mobile computing devices that finally fills the gap between desktop PCs, laptops, and tablets. As for AMD products, their 4000 series Ryzen APUs were powering several laptops at CES this year. They combine the latest and greatest Ryzen architecture with an update Vega-based integrated GPU. So not only are they workhorse CPUs perfectly suited for video editing on the go, but they also have the GPU horsepower for productivity and even gaming workloads. The big news is AMD are claiming to have doubled performance per watt with their new APUs over the last gen parts. Theoretically, this could mean that laptop battery life may even double with a 4000 series APU. In reality, it probably won't be that extreme, and it's unclear if the same leap in performance per watt applies to the GPU as well. The bottom line is we can expect some monster laptops running Ryzen CPUs this year. AMD also teased their next-gen desktop GPUs. Based on the Navi architecture, AMD have confirmed their 2020 GPUs will support ray tracing. More importantly, however, is that AMD are targeting the top-of-the-line Nvidia GPUs as their performance target. Nvidia likely has a next-gen GPU in the works, so it's unclear if AMD will finally offer something that beats Nvidia's raw performance. At the very least, we can expect another solid alternative to Team Green's hardware. Elgato have come out swinging this year with a new USB capture device that supports 4K HDR 60 FPS. The crazy part is it can record directly to an SD card, no PC required. Priced at $400, the 4K 60S Plus is the only all-in-one capture device with these specs that can record internally. AverMedia have also been teasing a comparable device, but so far they haven't properly revealed it. From a content creator's perspective, this device could be extremely useful for going to conventions, events, and stuff like that, and needing to quickly record some gameplay on somebody's PC or system that isn't really set up for it. From a streamer's perspective, or somebody who's just making YouTube videos and needs to record gameplay, this could be a very easy way to add a good recording option onto any PC, like a laptop or a desktop, without a performance impact. When it comes to audio, aside from the hyper expensive products that most people would have to sell a kidney to afford, it rarely seems like there's much innovation happening, especially for headphones. But Creative Audio have been demoing a new generation of software for their existing products that might finally offer a virtual surround sound headphone experience that doesn't suck. The Super X-Fi Gen 2 update uses an AI-enhanced surround sound profile to emulate having a 5.1 or a 7.1 surround sound speaker system with just 2 speakers. Regular headphones are perfectly capable of simulating surround sound with what's called binaural audio. Basically, the source audio is recorded with a pair of microphones in a housing that emulates a human head. When played back on headphones, binaural audio sounds like how we would experience audio in real life. People talking behind the microphones will sound like they're standing behind you when played back. It's a tried and true method that a lot of music and even games utilize, Battlefield being a notable example. The problem with this technique, though, is that there's many things that hold it back from being quite as precise as 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound, like true surround sound with speakers placed around you. The distance between your ears and even the shape of yours and stuff like that can affect how you're going to perceive audio from headphones versus how you would perceive it in real life, and that will always be the thing that sort of slows you down. However, Creative is attempting to address those issues, and they offer an app for the SXFI system that allows you to take 3 photos of your ears and face. The app then uses these photos to calculate the distance between your ears as well as their shape to tune the surround sound experience for your specific ears. They also plan to offer a more premium option that uses in-ear microphones to do the same kind of calibration. The good news is, Creative SXFI Gen 2 update is getting glowing reviews. People that have experienced the demos at CES are saying it convincingly replicates the surround sound experience with a stereo headphone. SFXI Gen 2 is currently available as a firmware update for all compatible devices, so if you already own one, you should be good to go. If you don't, now might be a good time to start looking into it. They offer a number of headphones and amps currently that are pretty affordable. And that wraps it up for the CES game-related coverage. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you think there are some other interesting hardware that I might have overlooked, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. This is LevelCap signing off.